Well, hello everybody. Been a while since we've had a video, so I figured we'd kind of do a couple at one time, but right now I'm working on batten board on the additional space. I just got a chuck wood from the Amish. That's mostly the battens and a couple boards, but um, it's nice. It's a lot cheaper because the Amish are pretty cheap. They just mill it themselves, and we're not doing siding or any other stuff, and it adds an extra inch of lumber to the house, so it adds some R value, I suppose. What it is, I don't, not like a garage door, I suppose, but but anyways, so I'm working my way around right now down the side, and then once all the boards up, I put my battens up. Tricky part was the roof, so we did the roof, and I fell off the ladder 3 times, and I fell off the roof once. Either I'm getting old or just it was a trick ladder. But the between this uneven ground and the snow in the boots and everything else, it's like it was just a nightmare to try and stay up there, hold these boards up and everything, because you see there's a lot of fascia and soffit boards you got to put up, and then I had to run purlins across the whole thing and all sorts of stuff. So a lot of ladder work, which is not my favorite, and it is the highest potential injury for contractors statistically, and I can see why.
Especially when it's snowing.
But we got this part started. I still got a bunch to do with all the batten board. And we got, as you can see, the well is right there, which was nice because we were able to go right up underneath the house in like a 4-foot trench. And I put a hot box, I call it a hot box, but I put a box underneath there. I framed it all in and put plywood around it and ran the pipe through there, and then I insulated it, and then I insulated the box. And I got to put some spray foam in there to keep it from the critters getting in. They don't like the spray foam, but if there's insulation in there, they'll nest on the pipe, believe it or not. So I got to get underneath there and get that spray foam in there. But right now it's about 3 o'clock on December 5th, and it's what 32, 33 degrees pretty much all day. It was just above freezing today, so you can see a little bit of mud thawing out, but not a lot. But when the weather's clear, we've got the time, we're just getting things done. And then after I get this done, then I gotta skirt the bottom of the house so that all the wind doesn't blow through and wick away all of our heat. Because we're doing fine, even with nights getting down to, I think so far we're getting to like 20.
Yeah.
And it's been pretty good. But when we get the days that are 20 and nights that are in the negatives, that's gonna be a lot tougher. So you're gonna lose a lot more. So this will help. I just got the foam underneath the transition on the roof end. That helps to keep, because we were getting snow was blowing up underneath there. When I got the roof done, I just didn't have time to do it, and then it snowed a bunch, and so the snow would blow underneath there and then melt, and so it would leak a little bit in the house. So there's a lot of learning curve on this. There's a lot of stuff to do. We've gotten some help from people, and I've been offered for some help that I'm not going to take because I think it comes a little bit more complex that I don't want to deal with it. I'd rather do it myself. But we still got some plumbing, some electrical. We got to figure out our layout exactly, but we're coming along. So
You want to show them the fire kindle
yeah, might as well
thing?
show you. That's just a bonus part of the video, right? It's just a fun tool I found on the internet. For people that do lots of firewood, it's nice to have something to get your firewood going. And so this has got a blade right here that comes right up. It's like it works like a wedge, and then this ring protects you from getting into it. You just put your logs on there. It just splits it up for you, which makes it a lot easier.
What's it called again?
Kindling cracker.
Kindling cracker.
There's 2 different sizes. This is the bigger size. This is the beefy one. But you can see it's pretty quick. Does a good job. Kids actually get into it. Creed likes doing it. Of course, Creed likes to get like the largest logs he can
Yes.
to do it, which is unnecessary, but that's just the way what he wants to do. But pretty quickly, you can fill a couple buckets. And that's the other thing I've noticed recently is just you just gotta work with the weather out here. This is what it is. I think the only thing that bothers me is like while we're working out here, there's a lot of I have random scrap pieces, and I have the buckets are for the spring, and I got to put those pieces in so they're still hanging out, and just random things. And I don't like turning this into a mess. I don't want this to look like some white trash trailer park kind of thing. So that I'm constantly trying to clean it up. I'm constantly making a mess. As you can see, all the scrap over here from doing the batting board just adds up real quick. So, but we're getting there. I really don't know what else to say. I suppose people got to ask questions. I know people asking when the next video is going to come out. Not that we script these or anything, but if people have questions, gives us something more to talk about.
Yeah.
I don't end up wandering with my conversation.
Right. Well, I'll probably go talk with the kids.
See what they think.
See what the kids think
Yeah.
so far of the work.
Yeah, but for now, so that additional space took about a month. My nephew came out, helped me put it up, which was pretty nice because a lot of it I just needed someone to hold a board or cut a piece or whatever, or nail these things down, and he took to it pretty well and did a good job. And I've never actually done a full structural add-on before, but really wasn't that hard. The only hard part was tying it into the existing roof with a metal roof and still leaving it on there because we're getting snow and rain and I can't take it off. If I could strip it all off and then put all my frame in trusses, and that's easy, and then put all the roof right back down. But it just doesn't work that way here, especially as the weather's been getting colder and colder.
Yeah.
So what's funny, we had the trusses in, and I put like a vapor barrier underlayment in, and then I put some polyurethane or some plastic whatever down just to keep it from getting rain in, and then it snowed like 2 feet. And all that stuff was sitting up there, and then I had to wait for the Amish to get the roofing done. And then once I got the roofing, I had to go up there and sweep it all off and scrape all the ice off the purlins.
I forgot about that.
And then put all the roof in, and that was a long,
It's cold and
fun
long.
day getting that in there. And that's the day I fell off the roof but granted, the roof is only about 8 feet off the ground, so it's not a terrible. It didn't really hurt or anything, but I was just slipping. The pitch is only 13 degrees, so it's not that much. But it's like watching a car crash in slow motion. I was just slowly sliding off the roof, and there's nothing to grab. There's tiny little screw heads. That's all you got, and it's all right. I'm gonna fall. But that's where we are so far. I think that's update on my work.
All right. Go talk to the kiddos.
Right. Should do a whole separate video for that one.